My name is Dr. Howard Gluss. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I want to focus on the concept of fame and how it can relate to an actor's success, and also the concept of how fame can be a nightmare or a dream come true. I have a lot of this experience in my own private practice, and I want to base some of my thoughts on the clinical experience that I've recently had. I've been working for a long time with an actress who's been struggling her whole life, as many actors do, to get that big break, to finally become famous and successful. And that's what happened to her. A movie that she was in became a great hit. She got greatly recognized. But what it did to her internally was fascinating. It created a sense of self that she was unfamiliar with. She knew herself as this struggling actress who never got a break, who had issues of low self-esteem, history of addiction, but she didn't know who she was as this vibrant, successful, young, highly sought-after individual, something that she had never experienced her whole life. So it brought on a sense of self that was completely unfamiliar to her. And this created a lot of internal anxiety. She really didn't know who she was, and she didn't also know who she was going to be in the future, but she knew who she was as in the past. And a lot of times it's created a regressive type of feeling, like she wanted to go back into the past and be that person who was familiar to her. Because, as you know, a lot of us, we really love to feel safe and secure more than anything else. And there was this unconscious association that was fascinating with her, that fame was related to trauma, because early on in her life she had had some very traumatic experiences, and the concept of fame and success was the concept that it was going to cure her of all her ailments. It was going to be this magical cure. So what happened is, when she got that which she always hoped for, she realized it only brought on a new set of problems. It exposed her more to the world, and actually she was a very secretive woman who was very creative from a deep internal place that was filled a lot of times with shame. So as she was more of a public figure, she was terrified that people were going to get to know that internal person, a person that she was really had a great deal of shame about. So you can see that she went down this road of self-destructiveness many times, and struggled as we worked together with issues of alcoholism and issues of acting out sexually at times, because this new experience was so scary for her. And what we had to do was work very diligently and very carefully to aid her in experiencing a new sense of herself. And this was a rapprochement, as we call it in psychology, type of experience. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It was like a baby learning to walk again. She had to allow for those intense feelings to come up in a very secure and safe way, and for us to work it through like somebody who is an athlete and is learning to get stronger and stronger in the gym. She had to get stronger and stronger in her emotional life. I wanted to point this out because many times when people get success, they also get experience of self-destructiveness that takes them by tremendous amount of surprise, and they don't understand where this experience of self-destructiveness comes from. And a lot of times it comes from our unconscious mind, and why, in essence, we are who we are. So we have to be willing to deal with our unconscious feelings, our feelings of self-esteem, our feelings of how we create. Because this was another note, she used to create from a very painful place in her life, and as that place wasn't as painful anymore, she had to learn how to create from another experience. So what I would advise anyone is that don't be surprised that if you get a lot of success and you get a lot of fame, that you're also going to get a new set of issues. It doesn't take the old ones away, but in essence, it is something that maybe is worthwhile dealing with and worthwhile pursuing.